Hello everyone, this is Ross from Retro Dream Beam. I'm an eBay seller full-time. I've been doing this with my friend Sonetta for more than 3 years now. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm about to go into a bunch of different Reddit things from like eBay and collections and stuff. I haven't pre-looked at these. I just had her open these all up. So I'm just going to talk about it and answer these questions. So the first one right here, we're just going to jump into it. We have a bunch to do. How are people making a profit selling items under $10 with free shipping? Before I get into this, I think a lot of people forget that not everyone has to make a profit on an item. They can also just want to be selling it. Maybe they got it as a gift and then they're underselling its actual value. So let's just say someone gets a $10 whatever board game that they got from a gift a couple years ago, and now they're selling it for $5 or something. Not everyone has to be making a perfect profit on an item. Some people just want to get rid of items and sell stuff. Most sellers probably on eBay aren't full-time resellers. They're just people trying to sell a couple of things, so it's not a big deal. Also, free shipping. Yeah, I mean, there's some stuff that's not too much to ship. I mean, most of it's pretty expensive. If you get the little eBay discount, I think if you have the store, but if not, you could be paying a lot of money. But there's the cards with the eBay standard envelope. You can do stuff that's lower ounces, but let's see what they said. They're not talking about lightweight stuff that can ship in an envelope. They're referring to items that weigh up to 1 pound or more. Oh yeah, it's pretty rough. For example, people are selling 12-ounce cans of spray paint for $9.95 with free shipping. It would weigh at least 1.3 pounds after the bare minimum packing. Shipping alone would cost me $6 to $9. Subtract fees, and how do they even profit? I guess they get a little bit of money. There's even people selling 10-ounce cans for $4.36 with free shipping. It'll be a large loss in each sale. I'm just using the paint as an example. Maybe they got it for free. I don't know, maybe someone's paying them to sell it. You never really know someone's situation. I could find hundreds, probably thousands of other examples. I'm referring to US sellers, not China. I read a few other threads about this subject, but there's no clear explanation. One possibility is it's a loss leader to get buyers into their store. Oh yeah, you can also, I'm not a tax or accountant person, but you can also, you can mark down losses for stuff if you're doing this as a business as well. I wasn't even thinking about that. I can see this as a good strategy for a brick and mortar store, but an eBay store, I don't see it as being as effective. People can also hope for combined orders. So maybe there are some individually the thing will be expensive to ship alone, but the moment another item's added on, that could be a lot less shipping for them. It only adds a little bit more. Or if someone's eBay feedback is in the dumps, they can be doing this to get their feedback back into the positive. So this is a good way is to sell stuff really cheap and make sure that you actually ship it out and ship a good item to get your feedback up. So there's a lot of things. Just wondering if anyone can explain why people sell at a loss or break even point. I don't understand it. Let's see what other people said. I sold something recently for $8 and made 10 cents after shipping. Probably lost if you actually count for packing. I really just wanted to get out of the house. Yeah, people don't want stuff in their way, and they wanted it to go to someone who wanted it. Oh, I didn't think about that either. Yeah, I guess someone's paying for it, they want it. You can also accidentally sold a few things for a small loss over the years due to underestimated shipping costs. Yeah, a lot of people do that. I've done that before with the Net and I before. That happened last week with a poster or something. Just mistakes happen. You put 2 ounces instead of 2 pounds. It sells. It's international. I mean, if you want, you can cancel the order, but then you get a negative feedback. And now usually it's just good to just ship the item as is. All right. Next one right here. Auction winner only wants parts of a lot. Oh, this is painful. Let's see. Hello. Well, I guess I'm the winner on this blank. I have a question that I hope you can help me out with. Out of all in this auction, I only needed blank. The others I have. My question to you is, will you sell me for 30 plus shipping? I'll let you keep the rest and let you relist them in auction. Please let me know. Yeah, no. Usually when someone just kind of did this to us today. They wanted a PDF or something. They wanted me to take a picture or something, or a PDF for the rulebook. I wasn't really clear of their instructions for a board game. And then Aneta sends out mass offers. It doesn't let you know who's following the items. And this person happened to buy it. Right before I started recording this, I actually had to send them a message just so you know, I'm selling you the board game as is, not for whatever else was discussed. It's what's in the listing. Let me know if you still want the item or if we can cancel it at that point. Because yeah, I don't like these bits and pieces after the fact. If it's discussed beforehand, I like to make a new listing. That's how I handle this. Let's see, this seller said, hello, unfortunately, I cannot separate this up. Please let me know if that will be an issue. Thank you for getting back to me. It is going to become an issue for me. So yeah, I guess it sucks. It's not just cancel I don't know how auctions work. I haven't done an auction. So I would say just cancel it. Hello, I've sold many lots on eBay before, but this is the first in this situation. The lot of about 60 items sold for 400 plus, but the winner only wants a single. Oh, that's brutal. That's brutal. I guess I know why they're sad, but They didn't get $400 anymore. It's a canceled order. I told him I will not separate it, and he is now asking me to cancel the auction. Yeah, that's probably what you have to do. You don't want to sell something to someone that doesn't want it. I know you saw the $400 raining in on you, but you got to get past that one. It sucks. I know. I already know I need to block this dude and relist it. If he asked me ahead of time, I would have done it. Shaking my head. Sometimes I would not have done it. Well, I guess it depends on how much money is it worth. A lot of people want me to break down like a huge, nice listing, and they're like, "Oh, I'll give you like $2. Throw that in an envelope." It's like, no, that's not happening. That's not going to happen. My only question is, should I make the buyer request to cancel? If they already said in the thing that they want to cancel, yeah, I mean, you should be fine. Drag it out, let the 4-day window run out for them to pay, then cancel for non-payment, report and block. I guess so. I feel like you can cancel beforehand. I mean, it's clear that they don't want the whole lot and they're not agreeing to what they were going to purchase. But if you really want to wait 4 days, I guess that's fine. All right. Next up is going to be help. Buyer disputed a charge after they received the item. We need you to respond to dispute. Your buyer filed a payment dispute for an order placed on December 4th. This means that they disputed a charge directly with their payment institution. They request understanding back the reason for the dispute that the buyer did not recognize the transaction. Unfortunately, I don't know how to handle this one. Annetta's handled this one before. She's done this before. I forgot exactly how to do this. So they said, "Hi everyone, I sold a digital camera on eBay for $160 plus 10 shipping. Buyer paid for it, bought a shipping label directly from eBay. Camera was delivered per tracking, and UPS uploaded a photo of the package on the porch. Buyer never contacted me about any issues. I never talked to buyer at all today. I received a message from the eBay that the buyer disputed the charge with their bank." I feel like you probably report this person. I'm not too sure what Annetta's done before, but there's probably some kind of like reporting of this person. Let eBay know ahead of time like what happened. Let's see what people say. Proof of tracking and delivery. Sounds like they were trying to scam, basically. Got the camera they wanted, now they want their money too. The worst part is OP can reply, provide all documentation proving the item was delivered, do everything right, and the buyer could still end up with a refund on an item. eBay bends over backwards, and when it comes to credit card disputes, credit card chargeback scammers are running wild on eBay right now. Yeah, I know Annetta's won some of our cases like this before, but unfortunately, I don't know. She actually handles that, so I'm not too sure. All right, so let me... All right, next up is going to be this. Is it good enough reason to refund an order? Hello, what is problem with return, my friend? You got your poster 20 days ago. The person I got it for just dumped me, unfortunately. He also left a positive review on the 2nd of December. Oh, man. I guess you can just... Oh, return it? Is this just I would not refund this. I would get the item back. I would require a return. I think this one's pretty simple. You're not obligated to, but since they are being honest and life sometimes happens, it would be nice. I would still ask for the return. I wouldn't just give them the money. Is that what's to refund? To refund? Depends on why they got dumped. I feel for you, man. A lot of people got hit with this one. I would just get the item returned before like refunding. We have returns on everything. We don't really care about the reason as long as we don't get like a rock back. As long as we get the item back, we'll return it with the shipping that's what we have on our account. So that's what I would do. This doesn't trigger like a crazy, I guess, like you never know. Someone could be lying about this, right? It's just words on the screen, so you never really know. But hey, it seemed like more people would disagree with how I would handle it. Yeah, just asking for a return would be fine. Give them all their shipping back as well, even if you don't offer it. All right, potential lost package, negative feedback received, missing mail search, requested in transit, arriving late. This actually just looks like it's still going. This is like December. It gets clogged up at certain distribution centers. Potential lost package. I don't think it's lost yet. Negative. You can probably get the negative feedback removed. You have to like hit up eBay. Looking for some guidance from experienced sellers. I shipped a medium mail package in early December, around $200 of value. Oof. USPS tracking shows it was accepted and processed at their origin facility. then repeated in transit to the next facility. Yeah, that's just like an automatic thing that goes through if it doesn't get like a handling by someone scans before going quiet. I opened a missing mail search in December 14, which was accepted. I've called USPS multiple times, calling them probably, I'm not going to lie, probably doesn't do anything. They've confirmed the package is still in their system. Yeah, they're just going to tell you what you're looking at on your screen, and the search remains active. This was probably a headache calling the USPS multiple times. I know this person was stressing out because it's a high value item, but I would have done, I guess, the missing mail search at some point, but I would have still thought, like, did the buyer request? So here's what could happen. So did the buyer request that the item was not received yet? Because eBay now has a new thing, which we've used a couple times, where eBay gives you what, 5 days or something, right? And after the 5 days, you have to handle the issue if it's item not received within your shipping time frame. But then if you refund them before eBay has to step in, if the item actually does get delivered through tracking, you get your money back through eBay. They did it automatically for once for us for one item. And another time I just called in and I said, hey, we refunded this person. I saw it was like a new rule in September. So it's actually pretty good now that rule saved us twice. We probably would have lost money on both of those because one was automatic and one we had to call. All right, this seems to line up with the widespread USPS delays many people are reporting right now. Yeah, it wasn't too bad this holiday, but we definitely had a couple issues, especially with media mail during the holidays. I'm just going to say it right now. Since 2020, I've seen no difference between media mail, Ground Advantage, and Priority. I really haven't. We have a lot of items that have shipped. Even sometimes Ground Advantage can be faster than Priority, and now the post office says there's no guarantees for any package at all. I don't even think like Express or stuff is like guaranteed one day. It's all like this loose terminology of we will try our best. You can go on the website and look at how they actually like word it, but that's been like that since basically since we've been on eBay. So yeah, I really have not noticed. I've seen media mail for us like a couple days. Even during the holidays, we've shipped some stuff. So I've been communicating regularly with the buyer, apologizing and sharing updates and explaining the USPS process. I don't know if they were communicating back, but yeah, I guess you keep them up to date as much as possible. The issue is that the buyer is now accusing the package of being stolen and lost and has already left me profanity filled. Oh yeah, you're not communicating with that person anymore. Like no need to do that. You're just trying to solve the issue. You're not, the person already thinks you're a scammer. I haven't issued a refund yet because USPS hasn't marked it lost. You could, see, this is the new rule, I think since September. They could, as long as it's an item not received case. If they haven't gotten the item not received case, I don't know how it works for that, but specifically item not received. And if you refund and then it gets delivered, eBay will automatically do it or you have to call them. And tracking still shows it as in transit with an active missing mail search. I like to do the right thing in this situation. I've been selling eBay since 2006. Oh, that's cool. I wish I'd been selling since that long. This is my first ever lost package? First ever lost package. Really? No, I don't buy that. That's crazy. This person must have thought other people were nuts when they were complaining about lost packages. There's no way during like 2020, 2021. I mean, I guess it really depends on how much they ship, but there's no way first ever lost package. I don't believe that. Like the packages get handled by so many people. Yourself, buyers can give bad addresses. We had a couple come back, so that can cause issues. It goes through many hands through distribution and different people touching it. It can drop on the ground somewhere along the way. Like there's so many issues that can make a single package lost. How long do you typically wait before running a situation like this? Do you hold off until the USPS officially declares the package lost? They declare it lost. I don't think they put it on the tracking. It's just they'll just tell you 30 days or something. I think they just tell you 30 days. It's kind of ominous. It's kind of like loose. Like they'll be like, oh, once you send the package, and then you'll say when, and they'll be like, oh, it's been 30 days. So it's, yeah, we officially consider it lost, but there's no like beep beep like update that says it's lost because it's not going to do that. Or do you set your own cutoff? I would wait until the buyer puts an item not received case and do what I just said. If the buyer opens an item not received case while the package is still in transit, how does eBay usually handle it? I just explained this multiple times. That might be new. I don't know how they did it before. All right, appreciate any advice from folks who've been through similar USPS delays this holiday season. A few thoughts. I wouldn't send a 200 item by media mail to start with. Nah, that's actually wrong. That actually doesn't matter. Literally doesn't matter. Unless I guess they're talking about the insurance. But even then, the insurance goes up to 100 for Ground Advantage. I don't know how much for priority. But if they're just talking about like they think it's going to get lost because of medium, that is by our experience wrong. I wouldn't refund at all. Interesting, unless the buyer actually opens an INR claim. Yeah, I guess yeah. After the claim, I would. But this person's like so anti. They're mad at the person. If they did open an INR claim, I don't know if the FAQ is relevant to that. Plus, it changed, like I said, in September or whatever. If the negative is truly profanity filled, oh yeah, get it removed. Oh yeah, definitely get it removed. But yeah, even then, you can totally ship something like this with medium mail. It's not a big deal. All right, people just get like psychologically affected. They think it's like better if it's Ground Advantage or priority, unless if he's talking about specifically insurance. Then sure, that's fine. All right, that was an interesting one. Next up. How to reship item that was returned to me. I sold an item a few weeks ago with free shipping, and that was returned to me as no such number returned to sender. Oh, we get this. This is a rough one. I messaged the buyer to confirm the address was correct and offered to either refund my shipping or reship the item at the buyer's expense. The buyer messaged back and confirmed the address was correct and asked me to reship. I've never done this before. Do I buy a new label and the seller pays me back? Is there a way to do it through eBay, or do I buy it from a site like PirateShip and have the buyer pay me back through PayPal? Can anyone advise me? So before I get into what other people said, so we get it. We always get if the buyer actually does an incorrect address, you actually kind of win everything. Get rid of like the customer service or the like the moral of the situation away. So let's just say you sell like a $20 whatever book, and then you use their, like they pay, they have their address. Let's say it's completely wrong. And then you ship it out, right? And then it comes back as like bad address. That's actually on them. So what you want to do is I always reach out like, hey, is this address is correct? If they tell me it's correct, this happened a couple of times. They'll tell me it's correct. I'll double confirm. I'll be like, hey, are the numbers not swapped? And they'll usually get annoyed, but they go like, yes. I think you still have to pay. There was a couple times I got my postman to ship out the thing with the same label, but in general, you usually have to buy a new label. And if someone does a wrong address, yeah, you can get them to pay for a new label. Like they have to. They messed up. Like, imagine a bunch of people, if eBay didn't cover you for this, a bunch of people could just burn a bunch of people just to troll, just to mess with people. Like, oh yeah, ship it to, I don't know, this place in Florida, and I live in whatever, Illinois, hee hee ha 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 ha. People can do that. So let's see what other people said. You should not reship until you sort out whether a package was returned in the first place. Yeah, you gotta it's probably an actual bad address. I suggest either calling the buyer's post office. No. Post office is never. that's extra effort. That's way too much. Post offices like around here never pick up, or walking into your own to get that info. Yeah, I guess it depends on how knowledgeable the people are, but most of like my local people haven't really helped me with issues like this. They kind of, yeah, they usually don't. If it was and they're good at mine. They've been there for a while, and sometimes I feel like I know more. If it was USPS error, they may let you reship using the same label. So yeah, I did get the post office to reship something, but then it got rejected again and came back again. So if it was rejected because of a bad address, the last thing you want to do is buy another label with the same address and have it rejected again. Yeah, that's pretty rough. Let's see. Since the buyer provided a bad address, you may want to suggest they correct it before paying for a new order. Yeah, I guess you can if you got the item back, you can actually just cancel the whole order. Tell them to change their address on their accounts. Like, there's multiple solutions to this. And then just relist the item. If you're frustrated, you can just, cancel the order, refund the buyer. You can block them if you want, if it really bothered you. It really depends on. So yeah, ours is just kind of really depends on what happens with ours. So we got one. We have an item right now. It's I guess it's, you guys can't see, but it was expensive item. It was Nendoroids, and shipped it out all normal, took a bit, and then eventually got all the way near their place, or supposed to be near their place. I was looking at tracking, and at some reason there was a rejection of it at some point, and it got shipped all the way back to us. So I reached out to the person I took a picture of the address. So I said hey, is this correct? And if they said it was not correct, I was going to have them pay for a new label. I was just going to refund everything, pay for label. I'm still waiting for their message. But yeah, at some point I have the item still, but I have to, I'm still waiting. They just haven't responded. It's been a while. Again, I'm just going to cancel and refund them and relist the item. Kind of stinks for everyone, especially with no response. It's weird to get like no response, especially for an expensive item. It's like 100 something. So, well, it was item not no such number. All right. Next up, first negative review on eBay first. All right. 98.2 scammer, not a complete set, missing lots of pieces, very dishonest. Park packer, avoid. I never respond to these within this eBay. This is ideal, not an ideal with all feedback with eBay itself. I don't actually like. I feel like this looks bad. So you have a chance to look okay here for other buyers, but I more than not, I see a lot of people do bad answers, and that's actually worse than a false flag and negative feedback, if that makes sense. So let's see what this person wrote. Everything was sent as pictured and even included rail covers. We have attempted to contact you to resolve this issues and hope you will respond soon. We appreciate your business and wish to pursue your customer satisfaction. Thank you. This looks like AI. Not gonna lie. This is okay. This is see, like this is like, I feel like this doesn't move the needle for me. When me as a person outside of this looks at this, it kind of makes me like cringe. I'm like, this just should have been like straight up talk to eBay and ask them to remove that if you think that they were being like calling you a scammer and like did you send everything properly? I mean, check that first. Not true. Rail weren't pictured either. No vertical grip missing. 7 rail covers missing to make it complete. Dishonest. Even the other one you're selling as fraud. Not complete. So maybe this, like, me reading this is actually like a 50-50 in my head. I mean, I know how like silly buyers can get, but this is literally a 50-50 when I read this.
In the comments, they said they properly listed everything.
Yeah, we'll see.
They just messed up using the word complete in the title, but they meant complete from what was pictured and described. Yeah.
Oh, complete from what's pictured and described. That's pretty rough. I would still say that's bad on them. I would not list board game with some missing parts and put the word complete and then say, oh, this is complete as pictured and described. Yeah, you gotta be careful with these words. I messed up with words too. Buyer claims I'm a scammer because he didn't receive more than what was described in the original post and leaves nasty review. The listing said complete, meaning both the upper and lower rail as pictured with proper parts attached. I attempted to reach out to him in the private messages of eBay, but won't respond. And when I responded to his negative feedback, he just continues to be unreasonable, claiming fraud for not giving him more than what was described. I reported the account, but eBay only allows me to give him a positive review. Is there anything else I should do about this? I would figure out changing your little keyword of complete and just like think about it, I guess, more in like what a customer would think for the word. Hey, OP, just a tip, never put, there you go, put complete in a listing title when it is not. You have to cover your blank no matter how tempting. Yeah. Let's see what they said. Yes, I removed this word since, but it was a complete upper and lower rail system. They wanted additional attachments than what was pictured and described. You can just picture it. You don't have to, you can maybe in the description, you can use that. If it was complete as you say, then contact eBay and tell them the buyer asked for something more than what was listed. No, it seems like they actually did forget some stuff. See, before I even went into this, I can kind of tell by this whole little conversation. But if this was just like reported and eBay handled it, I would have never known. But now I'm like, oh, okay. That was an interesting one again. All right. Next up, what do I do in this situation? Hi, I'm sorry, but my kid went on my phone and bought the Wonder Woman Barbie without my knowledge, and it says unreturnable, but we can't afford to keep it. Is there any way at all I could return it to you? I don't know if the eBay has already shipped item. I mean, if it's already shipped, we have returns and everything, but I know some people don't do returns, but also buyers can do item not described and the returns still happen. Like returns are going to happen at some point or in some point. Don't have returns on. This is actually a huge mistake. This is I know a lot of people don't like returns. I think people just need to like, essentially, I'm going to say a little brash, get over it. You're going to have issues. It sucks. I'm not going to lie. It does suck when you have it, but you want a good feedback. You want someone to get the item that they want. And if they don't want it, like, I'm not saying you want to get scammed, but like, just turn it. This shows that you are a person that just doesn't trust blankly, but you're selling on a platform where you're not going to know anyone. So like you kind of have to throw the first bone out there. You have to throw yeah, you know, the baton out there first. You have to show people because, like, why would someone want to buy from you if you don't have returns on it? It's like a double whammy. I think this is just a huge negative overall. I know buyers who don't have this on think this is like a positive, but even then, there's a way for customers to get returns. This account was created the day they ordered the item. I already shipped it out the same day they ordered. Do I have to accept this return? I'm afraid of negative feedback. Afraid of negative feedback and afraid of returns. I feel like this is I'm not shocked. I'm not surprised. Like, it's gonna happen. A negative feedback's gonna happen. Returns are gonna happen. Bad times on eBay is gonna happen. We don't like it. No one likes it, but like, it's gonna happen. But I'm also worried now. They're worried that the item will come back damaged or missing. Now they're worried about retribution. Holy moly! Oh man. This is my first time in a situation where I actually shipped it out before they messaged me. Yeah, that's interesting. I would just accept the return. I mean, it sucks at that point. Let's see what other people said. The OP updated. I just told them I couldn't do it per the guidelines. My money says the buyer is full of it. If you use some post-Christmas BS, I wouldn't accept it personally. If you decline the return and they leave negative feedback, come back. Oh, wow. A lot of people won't accept the return. I would. It sucks and I'd be a little frustrated. But at this point, I mean, yeah, I would definitely do it. Within 30 days, I would just get them to return it for a refund minus your shipping costs. Yeah, if you want to keep the shipping, that would be fine. I give all the shipping just to not have issues. But yeah, obviously it depends on, like, I mean, it's a little Barbie doll, so it probably didn't weigh too much. But yeah, that's an interesting one. All right. Next up, first timer here. Any tips? I just see like a big paragraph. Whenever I see a big paragraph from like a message on eBay, it's always like, what is it? Hi there. I'm sure those will come across as a bit odd, but I was just wondering if you would be willing to help me out on the price of this vest. My parents, along with my girlfriend and myself, lost everything we own in a house fire recently, including the exact same vest. It was very sentimental to me as it was given to me as a gift. I'm attempting to replace things, but it's hard. My father and girlfriend barely made it out of the fire. Jeez. My father suffered 4th-degree burns along with inhaling a significant amount of soot. He has been in ICU at Vanderbilt. We did not have renter's insurance, and my father does not have health insurance, so obviously these are very trying times for me and my family. Would you be willing to help me out? I can pay $30. So I'm telling the truth. The GoFundMe is titled Help Mickey and Tijuan Rebuild After a Fire. Someone set it up for my parents. You can also look me up in Facebook and see the Nightmares post, blank in tennis. I would just, I think like about a third way reading this, I'm not gonna lie. This would be probably a block. This is a block. I'm not gonna. This can be lied about. It also looks like they are they could be just trying to get more money for the GoFundMe. Like, this could be real, but like this is definitely odd for sure. But like, yeah, this would have, I wouldn't have wanted any part of this. Tip: ignore BS sob stories. All right, that's what they did. Yeah, I would have just blocked. Exactly. The more words, the less likely it's true. Someone else said, I lost everything on a house fire at 10. Everything was replaced. Years later, I found a similar stuffed animal that I lost. You know what I did? Paid for it. There you go, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. This one, it actually seemed like they were trying to get more people to GoFundMe, maybe. Hey, I don't know. People got to try what they got to try, I guess, if it's true. All right. Crazy. Next up, buyer claiming the box arrived with the bed bug carcass inside. Oh, gross. Oh, nasty. I just got a return request saying the box arrived with the bed bug carcass inside. They sent pictures of the items inside inside this trash can. In the trash can. They're like, here. 1 second. I was not expecting that. I just can't imagine getting a picture like, what, in the trash? I have no bed bugs in my residence, and I have inspected other items that were part of the set that they bought, and they are all bed bug free. What would you do? Would you just refund them and eat the money, or would you accept the return, which will probably make them mad that they have to fish these things out of the trash and result in negative feedback? Yeah, no, you make someone do, before I see other people's answers, yeah, you make them do a return. Like, especially if you're confident that it wasn't you. Plus, like, bugs can, like, crawl into boxes in weird ways. I remember there was a package like 4 or 5, whatever years ago, I bought an item. I forgot what it was. Whatever it was, bugs weren't gonna like it. But I opened up the package and there happened to be 6 like, you know, black ants, just like house ants, just like crawling around. And I was like, I looked up later like the item I had. I can't remember what the item was, but it was nothing that black ants like. So they just happened to like get into like, you know, sometimes the boxes will have like little holes and bugs can get through small spots and you never really know. So I just remember I always think of that weird ant situation that I had where like I didn't complain. I thought it was gross. I dropped the box. I was like, oh, what's this? Ants. I don't think the person sent me ants. You know, it just happened. It was just like they just snuck in somewhere along the route of the mail being delivered. But yeah, I would request. Well, here's what I would think would happen. You're gonna apologize. You can even say that like no bugs or whatever that you're aware of. And then you can say you'll do a return, you'll inspect the item once it comes back, you'll do the full shipping, the price, apologize again. If they send the bed bug, you throw it away. You throw it away. It's a carcass, so it's not alive.
Keep the package.
But the person probably already threw it away and they want a refund. I would not refund the money. Like just get the item back and then do the return. Let's see what they said. Other people say if they filed a claim, they have to return your item in the condition you sent it in. There you go. This is clearly them trying to get an item for free. Yeah, it's true. The buyer is lying. Under no circumstances should you return the money until you get your item. There you go. This is pretty much how I would view it. I mean, it's possible, like I said, that the bug did or didn't happen, but it's like obviously not your fault. All right. Next up, eBay International Shipping, 2 packages, same sale. Oh. It's so annoying. Let me see exactly how theirs went. I'm thinking about how you can't do a combo order for eBay International Shipping. You have to actually make a new listing in order to like combine the shipping. And eBay really needs to change that. Like they needed to change that like forever ago. Hello all, I've been on eBay for years. Just recently started allowing things to be sold internationally. Good. I'm glad they did. It's been amazing for us. The customer gets covered. You get covered as long as you use eBay International Shipping and you ship it to the hub. As long as you do everything proper. Also, if it gets lost on the way, they'll refund the customer and you get to keep the money. We've had emails, unfortunately, of people losing their items on the way, but it was after the eBay shipping hub got it. It's amazing. A lot of people can't get certain stuff in their country, so they'll buy from yours. That really is how a lot of things are. All right. Like we sell a lot of miniatures and stuff. All over the place. And then RPG stuff, board game stuff. Not every country gets specific board games. So yeah. I do well with some of this stuff. I just sold a listing that was 2 items together. One that is a longer poster, like shape that would need to go in a long rectangular box, and one that is a cube shape. Oh no! The buyer is located in France. I'm in the US, and unfortunately, I did not think about the possible challenges of shipping this overseas, and now I have some concerns. Yeah, I've caused Aneta some issues with some listings before too. I packed up the cube-shaped box and already paid for the shipping to send that off to eBay for the item to handle the rest of the international shipping process. But now I still need to prep the larger rectangular box for other item. I'm not sure what to do. So was this a combined order where like in their listing they had 2 things, or did they sell 2 things separately? I'm actually not sure what they did here. If I pay for another separate label on the listing, I'm using the mobile app and send it to eBay shipping warehouse, will they know this also needs to go? I don't think so. Or will this cause issues that may have one or both of the items held up in the warehouse and eventually lost? I have no idea. We would not ship these separately. Or is this just not a current feature with the international shipping service? I don't think this is a feature so far. Like the do combo orders. It's really annoying. Should I just ship the second item through another standard carrier? Oh, like a standard one? No. Oh, I'm actually not sure what to do. The fact that they already did they say they already shipped something? Where did they say it? I packed up the cube ship box and already paid for the shipping to send it. I don't know if they shipped it out, but they paid for it. Let's see what someone says. I'm confused. So you listed and sold a 2-item package deal through the EIS program. Want to ship the item separately to the domestic hub? I hope you haven't shipped the first package yet, or it'll probably be declined to the hub and returned. You need to ship everything that came with the listing together. Yeah, I guess that would make sense. If you haven't actually shipped it yet, you need to cancel the label and ship the order together. They said they have not, thankfully, so they will possibly cancel the label. I know if this is within US shipping, it's separately in 2 boxes would be not an issue, but I can see now reading your comment how this could be an issue. Use an entire roll of tape to tape both packages together and tape on a large nose. Do not separate. Might be in a regular package, but will be treated as one package. You do have to mark that down now. I think it's like an extra $5, irregular packages. Oh, there you go. Someone mentioned it. Regular package box when buying a label for it to avoid an unpleasant adjustment to the rate after the fact. Oh, I feel so bad for this person. They're never going to do eBay international shipping again, probably after this. So, I mean, that's going to be like, they just did the worst of the worst of like, because like everything else that gets to the hub, you're good, you're golden. But yeah, cube and a poster. All right, next up, what's going on with these shipping prices? Oh, oh, buddy, there was a 10-year shipping price plan by the post office, and we're on year 5. I think 5 going on to 6. So we got essentially 5 more years of price increases. So it's gonna be a doozy. A lot of people are gonna get caught off guard. I don't think they realize that there's a 10-year plan. I think it's not unsustainable. It's going to cause issues for a lot of people. Everyone, buyers and sellers across the board. It just depends on how much eBay is going to get a discount with the post office. But I don't know if you can like look at their contract. Who knows when that comes up or how that works. But if they lose like their good little, discount, it's going to be rough for everyone. Free shippers, everyone, just plus shipping, flat rate. Like if someone has a huge store and they like calculate everything exactly, and these prices are going to keep going up. All right, 3 pounds, 14 by 6, Ground Saver, UPS. Okay, that's fine. Buyer pays 17 to 72, or this 3 pounds, 14. Oh, this is second air. Let's see what they say. This is a standard box I use for board games. 14 by 6. I think that's a little. That seems fine. They could probably get down. Sorry, the fact that they said board games, they're talking about the classic Kallax size. They can probably actually get down a little bit. 14 by 14. They could probably get it down to like by 4 or 5. It really depends on which board game. It's always around $8 for a UPS Ground Saver lately. It's showing that costs more than the second day air. What is going on? Price increases. Holiday demand markup right there. The box size increases shipping costs and the second day air source. Okay, I use this box size all the time. It's between $7 and $10 depending on where it goes. Now it's showing 17 up. As you can see, this is more expensive than second day air. Were they doing free shipping? Ground Saver can often be more than regular ground due to the discount percentage on the ground. I get that this doesn't make a ton of sense, but I see it often enough. All right, I guess people are just saying it's the holiday demand, but even then, shipping's going to keep increasing. It's going to be rough for all of us. Sorry, bud. Yeah, I know it sucks. All right. Next up, weird buyer. So like our daily thing. I see the package was sent, but you didn't mail this through the post office yourself and with some type of insurance. Now, if the package gets lost or stolen, there's no way to recover it by me or you either. Too much postal theft nowadays. I mean, they are true that there is a lot of postal theft. All right. Don't you know better? Hopefully it'll get to me soon. I hope. But according to this tracking when. And then a minute later, well, if I don't get it, I'm going through PayPal to recover my money from you. This seems like just annoying. Oh, here, I guess there's a lot to this. You will receive it. Don't worry, I ship about 50 packages a week with no problems. It's the Christmas season. There might be some delays here and there, but you will sure get the package. I don't even know if they needed to say this. It's just kind of like they're telling the customer, hey, shut up. I ship a bunch of packages. You can kind of just say like, oh, hey, yeah, I'll cover you, if the item, I'll keep track of the tracking and we'll figure it out. They said happy holidays. They said, I hope so. They hope their holidays are happy. No, they were saying they hope that they get their package. Happy holidays to you too. My confidence in the post office is 0. That's a weird one. I don't blame someone. They've had too many packages and cards come up missing from the theft when I ship. They ship FedEx now. Well, you can't force someone to use FedEx if they don't want to use FedEx on eBay. Like the seller gets to show you all your options, and then you as the buyer pick which option you want. If there's not like the option you want, you can request them and ask them if they can add FedEx. Let's see what happens right here. eBay will send you an email notification once the package is out for delivery. Just keep an eye out on that day. Of course, every neighborhood is different, but unfortunately neither me or you can control that. But yeah, just enjoy the holidays. Everything will be all right. I feel like this was like handled in a medium way. This person purchased it 3 days ago. I can see a problem coming, but anyway, to protect myself, don't pre-problem yourself. The problem isn't here yet. It's obviously like it's a it's a waxing problem. Like it's coming on, but like it's not there. There's no eBay notifications, item not received, and you just go from there. Don't stress yourself too much. And then and I talk about this where we both do it, where we're like, we assume that the problem already happened and we get worked up about it. And then we have to remind the other person like, hey, the problem hasn't happened yet. Let's actually stress out if it happens, but don't pre-stress about it. Someone said, something tells me that this package is going to come up missing. I don't actually fully get that vibe. And I know that sounds weird. Like when I actually see this person just wanted to vent. This person essentially, I know this is super weird. This has 129 upvotes, but here's how I see it, right? This person actually just wants their item. You can tell that they want their item. I don't think they're trying to scam. They're just mad at the post office. Like they're venting to you about how much they hate the post office. They're still doing the happy holidays. They tell you that they like FedEx. And they've had a lot of, they want to vent about how many packages they've had lost. They were just using you as this buyer as a sounding board. It doesn't actually seem like a problem's coming up. I mean, if the package comes up actually missing, that's a different story. But I don't think this is like a scammer waiting to do it. I'm shocked that this has like 129 upvotes. Oops, sorry, I'm not going to downvote that. I don't really care about clicking stuff, but votes. But yeah, I get a different vibe from this one. This person actually wants their item. All right, that was interesting. All right, next up. Has anyone dealt with a buyer claiming an item you don't even carry? Yes, all the time. Why'd you send this wrong item? Blah, blah. And it's like, well, whoa. I'm a seller and I recently ran into a situation that honestly left me speechless. A buyer, yeah, there's a lot of speechless stuff that happens in eBay, I'll tell you that. A buyer purchased a Jellycat plush from my store. The correct item was shipped exactly as listed, and I'm confident there was no shipping mistake. We've had like this, the start up to this, lead up to this is what's happened. After delivery, the buyer claimed that instead that the Jellycat they received is a 1 ounce Dior Sauvage fragrance. The problem is I do not sell stock or carry that at all. It's never been part of my inventory. That meant that this buyer bought multiple stuff from multiple people and they just got it mixed up. That's usually what happens. Despite this, the buyer's requesting a full refund has made it clear that they do not intend to return any item. From a logical standpoint, this claim doesn't make sense to me. Not only as item they mentioned something I've never sold, but the cost of a Jellycat plush is also clearly higher than a 1 ounce Sauvage, which makes the situation even more confusing. I've documented everything on my end to respond professionally, but I'm curious, has anyone else dealt with buyers making claims about items you don't even carry, especially while refusing to return anything? Well, returns are what you would have to do in this situation, but that's not what this situation is. Any advice on how to handle this or how platforms typically view situations like this would be greatly appreciated. I would make it very clear that like, hey, maybe you bought multiple items. Did you mean to purchase the Jellycat? I shipped the Jellycats or whatever. Yeah, Jellycat as is. I don't. And then you can even like say like I've never stocked, sell, or carry this right here. You can just put this. I have never sold, stocked, or carried this 1 ounce Sauvage at all. Can you make sure to see that you're talking to the right person? Like this one, you can like be a little bit more, like make sure like let the person know like clearly like, hey, are you sure you didn't buy multiple items and you're talking to the wrong person? We've always got like, oh yeah, sorry, you're right, wrong person, you're good. We haven't had one person after they said we're good, they did like a negative review, thinking it was the other person. They just like couldn't figure it out or something. We got the negative review removed because it wasn't our item. Let's see. No different than empty box scam or item swapped out with damaged products. This is like what someone said. You have to accept the return and send prepaid label. Yeah, you can send the return or ask them, but they said they didn't want to do the return so that you can't like force them. Yeah, I experienced both empty box scam and items swap scam. Your mileage may vary, but what helped in my 2 cases were empty box scam, inferior collector item swapped with what I sent. All right, right here. OP, thanks for your reply. The buyer didn't open a return request. That's what I was reading as well. Instead, they opened an item not arrived case. Oh yeah, you're probably gonna win. It did arrive. If you have proof of delivery, just keep escalating and do not refund. Yeah, that's this has happened. This like is the different items, same situation happened, but we got lucky. Like I'll be cleared to the messaging to the person, and they usually go like, "Oh yeah, my bad. I bought from someone else at the same time." eBay feedback policy. Does anyone take this seriously? A buyer agreed to purchase an item, did not pay, and all eBay gives an option for is positive feedback. Yeah, they got rid of that a long time ago. That's basically just so eBay thinks in their head that they can get more people to sell on the platform if people can't get punished. I mean, you could report people and they will eventually get banned for like abusing eBay policies. But yeah. Also, they used to have this thing where like it would be something like, oh man, this is like a long time ago, where you like give a negative feedback and then because you gave one, they give one. It caused like a lot of headaches. In essence, every transaction is positive and every comment to eBay is positive as well. Please let me know if there's a way to give honest feedback for a non-paying buyer. You report them. You use the report button. You can only leave positive feedback for buyers, but you can do, but best you can do is not give feedback. I recently had 5 non-payments this past month and eBay did nothing for me. Just had to eat the time wasted and stolen bits from people who would have paid. They said can't leave negative feedback, but do report them. There you go. You can report people. If more seller, oops, what did I just misclicked. Translate, I didn't need that translated. Oops, sorry, I went to the wrong page. But yeah, I think I was done with this one anyways. All right. Sorry, I jumped around there. Next up, international purchase advice. I listed a 200 stopwatch yesterday. It sold last night and went to go pack it up this morning. I noticed that it was an international purchase, and it's a buyer from Hong Kong with 0 feedback who just opened his eBay account yesterday. Payments is pending. Pending? I have like on eBay, does it say it's pending? I mean, you don't have to ship it until it's completed. I have a bad feeling I'm thinking about canceling the transaction. Any advice? I'm not sure what the payment is pending means. Because on eBay, like it's waiting. You don't send an item. Oh yeah, and it's eBay international shipping. I forgot about that. You'll be covered. So you're shipping through the hub. If so, you're completely protected after eBay receives the hub. Essentially 0 risk sale. Yet through eBay international shipping, I'll wait until the payment clears up and then ship it. Thanks. Yeah, I'm not sure what they're talking about. This like payments clears, like your items on eBay are in waiting for payments where they're not paid. It's not processing, or they're paid. And I guess there has been a few times where when I was looking at the app, I think someone was processing their payment. So like for like a few 5 seconds before I refreshed, it was saying like, I think like a payment pending or something. Like I think I happened to like refresh in the perfect time where it was like transitioning from waiting. I think that's just me saying that, but overall it's like paid or it's not. All right, there you go. That's everything. That was fun. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Have a good weekend.